April 25th, 2025. This is my review of reading basically 2Samuel chapter 6, verses 12 to 23, and mixed in there is correlating verses that tie into that in 1 Chronicles chapters 15 and 16. And this is reading the Bible in a year chronologically, so that's why it's mixed together like it is. So, in 23, we get some answers from yesterday about, well, first I'll kind of start off with a quick thing yesterday. When they moved the Ark of God from where it was, the threshing floor at Nacon, no. They were hauling the Ark of God, and it had started to tip on the cart that it was being hauled by. Uzzah reached out his hand and steadied the Ark of God, and the Lord's anger was aroused against Uzzah, and God struck him dead because of this. So Uzzah died right there beside the Ark of God, and we get that David was angry because of the Lord's anger had burst out against Uzzah. But also we found that David was now afraid of God and sent the Ark of God to Obed-Edom. And we find out right here that in 1 Chronicles chapter 15, verse 13, he says, because you Levites did not carry the ark the first time, the anger of the Lord burst out against us. We failed to ask God how to move it properly. And so he basically gave instructions to purify themselves as the Lord had instructed Moses. So the instructions were there all along. David forgot about everybody that was handling the Ark of God had forgotten how to properly handle it, but here it was written. So that's what we find out, is the anger of the Lord was because they didn't move the Ark of God properly, and that was a sacred item. So we don't have sacred items anymore because Jesus is our sacred item, and he is in us. He is part of us now. We also get some information about David, some details in 2Samuel that weren't in the Chronicles account. Was dog. You're a menace, Snow. You're a menace. Your tail is a menace. Is that what it... Dog. Okay. So we also see that David danced before the Lord with all his might. And so, but then we see that his wife Michal had contempt for David because she saw him dancing with all his might before the Lord. It looked, at the end of this, we get to see that she was disgusted by it, and she had a problem with it. But in reality, Michal probably had a lot of problems with David. I mean, from a couple different standpoints, just looking at things from her view. And I'm not sure how this ties in, but I guess I'm trying to see things through a person's view. Here she was married to David, and then she was taken away from David by her father, King Saul, and given to another man in marriage. So David gets his kingdom back after being with this other man for many years, and she is taken away from him and given back to her first husband, who took the place of her father as king. So there might have been some contempt there to begin with. Anyway, that's there. She was disgusted by him, and David's reaction is that's like, I don't care how foolish it was. I'm willing to be humiliated in my own eyes. And I think that's an important statement to read there, that David was ready to do, yes, I'm willing to look even more foolish than this, even to be humiliated in my own eyes. That's our attitude we should have towards God. We should be able to be humiliated before God. We should be able to, he did that in honor. He did a dance before God. He gave his all. How'd that read? Yeah, he danced before the Lord with all his might. He did that for the Lord. And then he puts the tabernacle there. And then he comes up with David's song of praise. And a lot of that, rejoice, you who worship the Lord. So rejoice, be happy, and worship the Lord. Give thanks to the Lord. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. His faithful love endures forever. Let all the earth tremble before him. The Lord reigns. Those are some key points in that. So that's an important part. And then again, the end of that is with Michal, and with David returning home and his wife Michal not being too impressed by him. And because it says, so Michal, the daughter of Saul, remained childless throughout her entire life. Probably somewhat bitter there too, I'm guessing. But key points there. Again, honor God. Let all the earth tremble before him. Give thanks to the Lord, for he is good. Rejoice all. Worship the Lord. And the Lord reigns. And don't be afraid to be foolish before God. And honor God in everything we do. Look for God. Ask him how to handle his things properly. Seek his word to do his will. That's my key points, key takeaways from today's reading.